Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yes, we're painting again. And I just bought these brushes because some of mine are looking a little bit rough. Mainly because a jar of linseed oil spilt on them when I was moving, and then all the brushes are all dried up. So I got these cheapy ones, but you know, they'll be fine. Although this one seems okay. Seems to have been saved. So I've still got this graduate brush. But these ones, they're just from the works, Crawford and Blake. But they're alright. They'll be fine. I've got a reference picture of somewhere that I went the other day, but I might be a bit creative. I just really like the tree. But the rest of the painting, I'll just be a bit creative, I think. I do that sometimes. I like the trees. I take a picture of the tree. Yeah, I saved this one low. Needs to be a bit. I don't know if I have saved it. Actually, it feels a bit dodgy, like it's got some oil on it still. Don't know about this one then. We'll see what happens with that one. We can use this brush anyway. This is a 1/2 inch flat brush. Got some acrylics, just a few colours: cad yellow, yellow ochre, ultramarine blue. That one's chocolate. It's not literally chocolate, it's chocolate paint. Alizarin crimson, sap green, and some Mars black, and then a blob of white, which separated a little bit, but it's still usable, isn't it? So I'm going to start. Let me get some green. Green and yellow. Maybe a little bit blue in it. And a little bit of white. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a bit more white. See, I'm putting white in to make it paler, less powerful. I consider it to be a bit like juice when you want to water it down. you put your juice in and you put water in to make it thinner. And it's not as strong in colour. That might be a really bad analogy, but that's how I think anyway. Trying to water stuff down using the white, because the white takes away a lot of the strong colours. That's why Impressionists were scared of white. It takes away your colour a little bit. I'm not sure if that's true now. I'm thinking about it. I just made that up. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, let's think about this. I'm going to put little bits in the white, and then use my fingers to smooth it away. I just want to have changes in this colour. So it's not just one solid colour back here. Have like differences in it. Hopefully my camera's right. I'm going to move it a little bit. I'm actually using my phone. So this is a bit of a test. This is a test episode. So apologies if the lighting isn't working or anything. I just wanted to get back into it and do a bit of a test to get it going and see if I can get this set up right. Because what I might need to do is have my camera on a different thing, because it's on the table at the moment. And I noticed when I go like this, it shakes everything. I might have to make a modification there. Maybe I'll have to try and be lighter with my brush. Right, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we were just creating something back here, wasn't we? So, now what I'm going to do, just rinsing my brush. Just got a bowl of, it's a fruit bowl, I put water in, got that, get some of this blue and white, it's just cobalt blue thing. Was it ultramarine? No, it's ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue and white on the brush. I'm gonna dance in some of this. Now you have to be a bit careful because you don't want to, if your green is still drying, you don't want to get too much of it on your brush and muddy your colour. I'm painting like quickish, so I might do that a bit, but when you're painting and you're doing your masterpiece, just try not to do that. Because when you get your paints mixed up, like your green and your blue, you lose that nice cleanness of your colours. That's all it is. Cleanness of colour. So I'm putting these blue bits in amongst it as well, because it does break into the trees in places. So this is all just background stuff. And then what I want to do next is going to create a shape. So I'm going to get some, I want a bit of dark, a bit of blue, a bit of brown, a bit of this green, blue, brown. I know this colour is actually chocolate. That is really what it is. I just think of it as brown. Gone are the days when I used to be really obsessed with colour. And I did. I used to be really obsessed with all the different types of colour. And I used to be looking at all the different blues. Like, oh, there's so many different blues that you can buy in tubes. And there's so many different yellows and reds. You don't really need them all. I mean, it's just just use what you've got, and that's usually fine, isn't it? It is. It is fine. You don't need to have tons and tons of different colours. That's just what the paint sellers want you to think. So I'm using this colour as well now in the other colour, and we're getting like rolling my brush a bit there. And what we're trying to achieve is tree shapes in the background. And you'll start seeing tree shapes in your painting when you're doing it. You're doing a painting. Hopefully, if you see my videos, it just gets you inspired a bit. If you're a beginner and you're just starting out, maybe it inspires you and gives you an idea of what you could do. Don't focus too much on the quality of my painting. Think about what you could do. So you could probably do better, and that's what you have to remember. This is just opening up the door. If you're a beginner, that is. It opens up the door for beginners. That's what I like the idea of doing anyway. Because I just think of myself when I started. Going dark here, really dark, but tree there. And it's in the foreground. Yeah. I really needed to put that in and get those moments where I just really need to do that bit, and then I can carry on again. Wash my brush. Just washing my brush in water, and then I use a Look at this caked up tea towel that I've used over and over and over and over and over. It just saves me from buying loads of paper towel. You can just use that. And just use it over and over and over until it's not usable. And start on another one. You got an old tea towel you don't want. Don't steal someone's favourite tea towel. Then use a nice one that nobody wants. So I'm going to get some of this green. It's green. So we're doing the water now. I'm going to get a bit of blue in it. Bit of green, bit of blue, bit of yellow. Bit of the white. There's some nice watery areas here. And we'll use flat strokes, as flat as we can, to get that illusion of water. And then something else happens as well, is you get like light on the water, and that's what really makes the water look wet. All the different lighting that you get. You want your water to look wet. And that sounds obvious, doesn't it? But I never used to think. I never actually used to think that when I started painting, even though as obvious as that sounds. A bit of white in my colour now. Some of this along here. The paint is drying out a bit. That's what I need to do. So what you would want to do anyway is use a little atomizer. But I don't know where mine's gone. Oops. So anyway, we'll carry on and get this light in there. So I might use one of these newer brushes. What shall I use? No, it's in the water. And then we'll get some more of this white and blue. White and blue. A nice clean white and blue. Start creating some of these light areas that are in the water on top of what I've already done. And these little flowy strokes. And try and get that watery effect. That's what we're doing it. And then there is a bit more, what I need is a bit more colour. Build it up again. This time I'm going to use a light yellow, bit of white, bit of the yellow, bit more of this cadmium yellow medium. This is quite nice actually. I bought it just as I was getting ready to move, and I was like, oh, fresh yellow, brilliant, so I can use that. Totally forgot about it. So I've got some of that on my brush, and then I can start adding a bit of this light in places. And of course you can use it really thick as well. don't necessarily use it thin. I tend to paint with acrylics a bit like watercolor, because I practiced a lot with watercolor and gouache and started to enjoy painting in that way. So you're watching me painting and you're thinking, I don't use acrylics like that. I tend to paint with them a bit more like oils. And you can still do that. It's just there's just so many ways you can use paint, isn't there? Now we're getting a bit more goings on in the background now. Quite like that. Very sort of rough. Not too, what am I trying to say? A bit more simple. Not too much detail. And you should do yours as detailed as you want. I want it kind of loose. Some of that light in there. I like that. It's looking quite nice. What I want as well, I'm gonna get some of this, some real nice darker bits here and there. I want to try and get in. And I just use my finger to soften it a bit. Just along there. Don't want to do too much though, because I want to keep that quite far back still. It's just I wanted a little bit, mainly down the bottom area. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. So what I need to do now is think about the front foreground, which is there's land that goes across here. Just use a bit of that chocolate colour, bit of blue and brown. Like that. Wash my brush a little bit. Yeah, I forgot my atomizer. I can't believe it. I didn't have it, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll need that," and now I don't know where I put it. Never mind. I've sort of just splashed water on the paint, so hopefully that'll work. So I'll get some more of this greeny colour, and I'll put it along here. Just to go along there. Now I want some really light colour, some really light white and blue. Really light white and blue. I can start Adding some more glints to this water. A bit more light on it. It's nice. More there. And a bit more there. I'm kind of doing this, just bringing my brush across, and some of it is just taken off the brush almost. You get all these different shades amongst it, keeping some of the green. You want some of that dark green, and there is actually a bit of light that goes along here that I'll put in. A bit of brown and white like that, and maybe a touch of yellow in it. Brown, white, and a touch of yellow, and the land is just hitting some light along there. Just put that in. Okay, I went and found my atomizer. That's what it is. And you just spray that on your paints, and then it just keeps your acrylics wet a bit longer, so you get a chance to do your painting without the worry of them drying out. So now I'm going to do my tree. So I've got a big tree, some of the Mars black and brown. You can see that Mars black and brown, blue in it. Make it cold. Nice cold colour. Unless you want it warm, then you put a bit more red in it. Now our tree is going to live. This is what I like about this scene. Well, now I've got over that nice bit of light that I did. I like this tree. It goes there. I always like trees in paintings. They just really make a painting, I think. Foreground tree. This one, it sort of goes like that, and sort of curves a bit there. Like this. And then this, it's got a few branches that sort of go down like that. One that wiggles there. Bit notch there. You can put character in your trees. Make them your own if you want, or you can use one like I'm doing. I'm just using one that I liked. I thought, oh, I want that tree. I want to do that in a painting, and here we are. I'm back on YouTube doing paintings. Hopefully this system works with the phone. To let me know if it's okay. Hopefully it is. And then start doing some more. I've got that bit of dark there. I want to steal some dark and put it down there as well. It's nice. That is nice actually. And this bit here, this is really dark, but it's not really showing the darkness that it should do at the moment. What we'll do now. Now I'm going to get a bit of blue in my colour and some more darks down here, because there is actually some light in this ground. The darks are darker than what I've painted, so I want to make sure that's darker. Another thing that has happened, I'm really liking this now. Sends everything back, doesn't it, when you put something in sends that back. It sends the water back. It sends them trees back. And that sky, everything's gone back. Now this is here. And now this is the focus. And what I need to do is make sure I add the light on it, because that's why I like the whole thing about this painting that I liked is the light on this tree. See if I can capture it. Hopefully I can. The light sort of goes. I'm painting this wet a bit there. I don't mind. It sort of sticks a bit onto the paint. I could just grab a bit more paint and put it on top like this. And the light sort of wraps around a bit there. And a bit on this one as well, like there. It's cool. So the next thing is I want to do is add a bit of a coolness to the tree as well. A little bit of blue and red. So to this side of the tree. Might have to put a little bit of white in so we can see it. It'll fade a little bit. It will fade. Might get a bit of this warmth as well in this side of the tree. More of that white and yellow. See, the paint is really thick now on that area where the light is. Okay. I'm liking that. Just want a bit of orange as well. Orange and white, red, yellow. Sort of a pinkish orange. I just want to put a little bit of that in that colour. And then also on the ground, we've got a lot of these shadows and dapple light effect on the ground, so we'll do that as well. And on this side it's a bit more solid light. A bit of browny white as well. Warm in it as well. Just putting all kinds of colours in this, just warm colours, just so it's not all one shape. I mean, one shade of colour. So now I need to bring back some of my darks. The darks have been completely taken away, but they're in kind of shapes. So I thought, it'd be easier for me to add them back in. So right, move that up as well, like this. Yeah, it's about right. That tree has got a nice look to it now. And then what I might do, I can, with this brush, got this this little funny brush. Just want to put a few little birds in there using white. This is a place where you get a lot of seagulls coming for the food before the ducks get it. Looks quite nice. Might do a few more branches on the tree. A bit down the bottom of the tree as well, like there. Yeah, I like that. And then that sort of shape there. And that had sort of a bit of a greeniness to it. You can only just really see. That needs to be dark there. Okay, so I'm sort of stood up looking down at the painting. I thought I was finished. I was like, I've gone a little bit too dark on this tree. I need to bring this up a little bit. And luckily I can do that, no problem, with a bit of brown, a bit of blue, red, bit of brown, a bit of blue, a bit of this green colour. Probably something like that actually. Sort of wash that over this tree. I just feel like it's almost gone too dark. Yeah, I already prefer that. I'm going to do that same sort of thing in this shadow, and I'm gonna cut off some of this shadow because I don't quite like the straightness of that area. Something like that. And then what I'm going to do then, a little bit of light on my brush, the white and yellow and red, yellow ochre, and then I can break into that a bit. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. To make that a bit finer as well. You can go back with your brown, or whatever colour you're using, and really make your line a bit finer. That's what I want to do. There we go. And then, while we're at it, more dark on this bit here. These extra details should make all the difference. With this, it's a bit too. Okay, that's better. See, I like that better because it's got a bit more to it. It was almost dying away. I don't mind this one dying away, but this is my main feature. So, yeah, I just wanted a bit more to the dark, basically, and get rid of that shape that was there. A bit too straight for me. Now it looks a little bit more what I wanted. So that's definitely more what I wanted. So thanks very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you at another one. Bye for now.